Good afternoon. My name is Jim Petrollo, Chair and President of the Board of American Association of Cosmetology Schools. I'm pleased to be here with our Executive Director, Megan Cruz. Together, we would like to give you a quarterly update. This time has been very trying for everyone, and we appreciate your commitment to the association and the school industry. The AACS community came through the challenges of 2020 together. Among other things, AACS launched a COVID Resource Center and provided webinars and other content to our membership around COVID preparedness and distance education. The HERF grant program, best practices for reopening. The partner member community really stepped up and supported the schools with access to tools, resources like online courses, virtual platforms, and lesson plans. We thank you. We also put on 2 virtual conferences and got back to business with operational webinars and launched campaigns like Don't Cut Us Out to bring our student messages to social media. In the fourth quarter of 2020, we sold our building in Scottsdale to prepare to relocate to Washington, D.C. area. After conducting an extensive search, the board selected MSP as our association management company based out of the D.C. area. We are so pleased to be able to retain our current staff, Allison Scudder and Christina Hansen, who have now brought their talents and organizational knowledge of AACS to MSP staff. In February, Megan Cruz, who's joining us here today, was named our executive director.
Hi, everyone. I'm Megan Cruz, and I feel really honored to serve AACS as its executive director. I'm so inspired by the AACS community and your commitment to the industry and to the students. As an association management company, MSP is able to align many elements of the management of the association in-house. So from meeting planning and member services to sponsorship, communications, and accounting. As a team, we are working to evaluate AACS backend systems and put the right tools and processes in place to enhance communication, drive membership, and help AACS to have an even greater positive impact and a stronger voice. And I also want to welcome you to the first of what will be quarterly updates on what AACS is doing for you, what's in store, and how you can get involved. So Jim, maybe you can speak a little bit to how 2021 began for AACS.
Yeah, we continue to work together with our members, partners, and volunteers. The beginning of 2021 ushered in a new Congress and ultimately a new administration. Unified democratic control of a government is here for at least 2 years. With this change, the AACS Board of Directors, Government Relations, and Public Relations teams aggressively and proactively identified vital audiences. Our role is to ensure that Congress and staff and the media are aware of the positive impacts our students have on the communities in which they are located. AACS launched a new Public Relations Committee to support the Government Relations Committee that complements its outstanding work in delivering this proactive messaging to the public. In January, we brought attention to Human Trafficking Awareness Month. The association got to work in showcasing how our students are on the front line of this fight against human trafficking, identifying victims, and training and preparing students and faculty. AACS was even recognized by the Office of Congressman Al C. Hastings for an outstanding contributions to fighting this terrible activity. We also sent a letter to each member of the Congressional Human Trafficking Caucus. The chairman of the House Committee of Education and Labor, Bobby Scott, is a member.
So under the leadership of Jim as chairman of the board, Neil Heller, our GRC chair, and Kathy College, the PR committee chair, we have been working on outreach to various media outlets. In April, AACS worked with National Public Radio on what we expect will positively expose how COVID-19 has affected the beauty industry, specifically cosmetology schools. Kathy participated in an interview with the reporter, and the reporter also asked to arrange for his hair to be cut by a hairstylist in a member's school in Oklahoma so that he could follow up in person and put out additions to his story. We also spent time creating awareness around textured hair, inclusion, and diversity. The public relations team has begun an initiative to highlight an employer of the month on the AACS website. And this will allow the association to highlight the strong job market in the industry despite the pandemic and give our employer members a chance to have a voice in our public facing initiatives. So Jim, the PR committee and consultants are gearing up for what looks to be a busy 2 years in support of GRC, right?
That's right. We anticipate a flurry of legislation, both positive and negative. We've been dealing with the possibility of a new regulatory scheme in place for the cosmetology schools, and therefore felt it was essential to move forward with a virtual Hill Day, or really a virtual summit to set off the Rolling Hill Days. While the summit event and Hill Days will be virtual, we see many positive aspects coming together. In many states, our schools face deregulatory environment, so we are drafting up key messages to help our members fight attempts to deregulate our industry. Our messaging will focus on the importance of education and licensure, not on the number of hours of any state should require. Together, we need to voice why education is so important. Megan, can you tell us a little bit about the virtual summit?
Yeah, the event takes place on May 19th and 20th. And as you mentioned, it will be completely virtual this year. We're really excited for the increased participation that a virtual environment will make possible. Attendees will hear about the latest developments in Congress and at the US Department of Education. They'll experience a panel on how AACS schools and partners are making a difference by serving the formerly incarcerated. We'll learn how to maximize interactions with Congress through virtual presentation best practices, social media, and other tools. We'll also have a session on the college scorecard data, and we'll even present a Higher Education Act platform briefing for the public. And as you also mentioned, the summit will serve as an official kickoff for a series of rolling Capitol Hill Days. Meetings actually started in March and April, with the Connecticut, West Virginia, Delaware, and Pennsylvania schools invited to meet with their House and Senate members. The virtual approach means that multiple schools can join meetings, and that maximizes the impact we make in every congressional district and state.
Great, thank you. What other events do we have in store for 2021?
So we're looking forward to the 2021 virtual CEA and AMP conference, which is July 31st through August 1st. And we're also looking forward to October, when we'll come and welcome the community back in person in Las Vegas for the annual conference. Jim, can you speak a little bit to AACS's interaction with NACS under your leadership?
Yeah, sure. You know, as we know, there's a transition with Dr. Mirando leaving NACS. AACS has created an accreditation committee that has and will be engaging more with NACS on behalf of our members, asking for accommodations as it relates to our outcomes in 2020 and 2021 as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah. So as you all know, support from the community continues to be central to everything AACS is and does. We started our chat today by addressing the significance of the AACS partners in supporting the member community, and certainly that support continues in 2021. AACS partners continue to support this community, and we want to recognize our 2021 sponsors, including enterprise sponsor Milady, gold sponsors American Crew and C&D, Fame, Great Clips, and Pivot Point, and silver sponsors Andis European Wax Center and Wall. This year, in recognition of the new ways in which we're all engaging, partnership packages include a number of digital content elements so that AACS can help spotlight your content, your expertise, and your community resources through webinars, articles, contests, networking events, and other elements. We're also looking to actively strengthen our community by growing our membership. So if you have leads, please feel free to share them with us at info@beautyschools.org.
Great, thank you, Megan. In closing, we hope that you get an understanding of what we are doing behind the scenes and in front with our association. We'd like to thank our members, our partner sponsors, our MSP team, and our board of directors for their endless support and work. We will continue our key strategies to have strong advocacy and to educate the industry and lawmakers on the value of what we do. We will continue to grow our membership of schools and partner sponsors. We will continue to have successful events. We will continue to build reserves for our sustainable future. We have an ask for you. Please help us grow our membership so we can provide benefits and support our government relations and PR initiatives. We encourage you to get involved. We have 4 seats on our board coming up this October. We will have 3 school seats and 1 partner seat open. Watch for updates on our election process, and we hope that you will run. Thank you again for your time. We appreciate you. We look forward to getting together face to face. We hope that you will join us on our virtual summit, May 19th and 20th. Thank you, Megan, for being a part of this, and thank you all for your contributions to our association.